Part of season 3, Butch is back with Penguin, and that dynamic duo is up to no good as usual. He and Tabitha have split. Sad sack, lovelorn Butch is back. I think the writers just love messing with Butch in that way. But he's definitely still carrying a torch for her, so we'll see what happens with that. There's a very cool storyline with what's happening with Penguin that kind of mimics what's going to be happening in real life, at least here in this country. That's going to be really neat to see. So it's going to be fun to see, how long Butch and Penguin stay together, what happens, from there. There's also another kind of a battle that Butch will have with another character that I won't say down the line. That's going to be very cool as well.
Butch kind of goes where the criminal wind blows.
Well said. That's very well said. Danny Cannon told me, and it was the greatest little tidbit at the beginning of season 2. He said, the thing about Butch is he's a survivor. He will find a way. He's survived in Gotham this long by, finding the haven and figuring out who's going to be on top, being resourceful and being loyal when he needed to be. And it was really true. If you look over the course of the first 2 seasons, that's been the thing. One of the fun things looking back is that, when Butch came on the scene, everybody's like, oh, he's just a dumb henchman. Like, people didn't pay him much mind. And by the end of season 1, he's as much responsible for the way that Gotham ends up as anyone. By accidentally shooting, the love of his life, and so it's been fun to kind of play that now into season 2, and then season 3 is going to have a whole new kind of group of layers. I mean, also not having a character that was in the canon is different, because Butch is a clean slate. So, it'll be interesting to see if they keep going that way or if they turn Butch into a character from the canon at some point. I don't know.
Will he ever come into his own, or is he always just going to be like subordinate to somebody?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think one of the cool things I liked about season 2 was there was a moment where Tabitha and Butch get together and they both kind of realize that they're better as a team. Tabitha had her brother, Butch had Penguin or Fish, and that once they were on their own, they didn't like it that much. And I thought that was kind of cool because not everybody always has to be on top. Not everybody always has to be the boss, but everybody finds their niche. But you underestimate Butch at your own peril. That's for sure.
At the same time, you had a taste of the power, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And now with Penguin coming back, is there going to be a struggle with that power between you and Penguin?
Well, I think that there's another dynamic that will come into play with their relationship that will cause a lot of stress on that relationship. And so that's going to be a lot of fun to play. I will leave it at that, but I can tell you that it's going to be a neat little triangle, if you will. Yes. Thank you.
Given that you aren't a character from canon, at least yet, you don't have to do all the research with the comics, but have you done into the comic books just to kind of get a sense of where that world is?
Yeah, I have some. This has been a real fun thing for all my comic book friends because they are eager to give me advice on what to read and what to check out. The Long Halloween was one of the first ones that they said you need to, especially as a gangster, read that one. So I read that and, been paying attention to the movies, rewatching some of the movies. That was really my entry point to Batman, were all the movies, Michael Keaton and all that. Because I think the TV show, which I grew up watching those reruns, is kind of another entity. It's hard to compare it's great in its own right, but it doesn't have much to do with Gotham that we've got. So yeah, it's, I mean, when your homework is like checking out comic books, it's a pretty good deal.